This man decided to train his punch to break the sound barrier. If he could activate every joint in his body, then maybe just maybe his fist could move faster than sound. Mach 1 is about 1,225 kilometers per hour, and by fully engaging the spine, that adds 31 more joints into the motion. On paper, his speed already surpassed previous fighters, but everyone knew the truth. Even a supersonic punch still wasn't enough to pierce Pickle's muscles, so he had to go faster, and faster. So he pushed the idea even further. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, spine, hips, knees. He imagined every joint in his body breaking into these fragment-like structures, all capable of movement, all capable of speed. Then, in a single moment, Katsumi unleashed everything. Every joint accelerated at once as he fired off his signature move, the Phantom Fist. The air itself seemed to shatter. Shockwaves rippled outward, and the entire building screamed as glass trembled and rang. At that instant, Katsumi wasn't just a challenger anymore. He had crossed into the realm of true combat geniuses. And then Pickle moved. The prehistoric man lunged forward like a wild animal, no hesitation, no wasted motion. But Katsumi was ready. In less than a second, he landed 5 clean, perfectly timed strikes, each aimed at a critical point. Any modern fighter would have collapsed instantly. Pickle didn't even step back. Katsumi refused to accept it. He adjusted his stance and launched a full power kick at what should have been Pickle's weakest point. To Pickle, it felt like a child tapping him with a toy. Pickle laughed. To him, Katsumi was interesting, a clever little toy. But playtime was over. One casual counter sent Katsumi flying through the air. The impact felt like being hit head-on by a speeding truck. And somehow, Katsumi stood back up. That was when Pickle stopped smiling. In his eyes, Katsumi had changed. No longer a toy. Now, food. Pickle spread his arms and lowered his stance, using the posture he reserved only for hunting ancient monsters. Katsumi stepped forward. The moment Pickle charged, Katsumi triggered every joint in his body at once and threw his final weapon, the sonic punch. The impact slammed Pickle straight to his knees, like he'd been hit by the tail of a dinosaur. The entire arena froze. What no one could see was the cost. Every punch Katsumi threw destroyed his own body a little more. But he couldn't stop now. A blur of supersonic kicks and heavy blows followed, knocking Pickle down again. Katsumi's arms and legs finally gave out. He collapsed to the ground. Unable to stand, Pickle began to rise. The prehistoric warrior crouched low, preparing the same deadly charge that once ended Leo's fight. Katsumi knew this was it. He gambled everything. For one last time, he imagined his entire skeleton breaking apart, accelerating beyond its limit. He threw the final punch. The shockwave blasted Pickle away. Katsumi wrapped his ruined arm tightly with his belt and staggered forward. If Pickle stood up again, it was over. The crowd held its breath. Pickle rolled onto his side. He wasn't defeated. He was asleep. In Pickle's ancient instincts, once prey is badly damaged, there's no need to finish it. He simply rests and waits. Katsumi couldn't move anymore. As Tokugawa prepared to end the match, Pickle did something no one expected. He didn't eat Katsumi. Instead, he knelt down and bowed his head, as if offering a silent prayer. Maybe Katsumi's willingness to burn himself out completely had awakened something ancient in Pickle, a memory of a time when even the smallest creature could challenge giants. Pickle left the arena hungry. Katsumi left on a stretcher. He lost the fight, but his sonic punch made sure Pickle would never forget humanity.